Hello everyone. Going to be streaming today. Going to be streaming a little bit of Sky Adventures. Hey Salix. Hey Pele, welcome to the stream. Today is just going to be basically me setting up a little bit of power, possibly looking at flight, possibly grabbing a few bits and pieces here and there. Mainly just kind of chilling out and having a look at what we've got. Yes, we've got missing entities, that's fine, because I updated to 1.1, so we've got Roost, which means we'll be able to do Chicken EMC, which is a good form of EMC. And as you know, for every good form of EMC we make, we've got to make at least one bad form of EMC. So for every good form of EMC we make, we've got to make at least one bad form of EMC. We've also got to look at more power because we're running low on power already. We're only running a mob grinder and a sag mill or a alloy smelter, and we're already running out of power. And if we finish off some more quests, we'll have access to the repeat turning quests, and we'll get some of those running nice and quickly. Farming a little bit of cash. Let's load our world in along with our cactus generator and everything else. I'm probably going to... Hey, Elf Daughter, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm probably going to replace this guy, if I can break him, and then pick him up. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. Probably going to replace this guy with a level 2 EMC condenser. Not going to be particularly hard to do. So let's grab some dark matter. We need, I think it's 16 dark matter. So we look up the uses of this guy. Yeah, 16 dark matter and 16 red matter. There we go. And we want to update this guy because then we can actually, like, it's silly because it's not going to get us anywhere near, like, this much worth of red matter or dark matter, but it's going to let us turn on our sugarcane. This is the whole reason I'm doing this, is just so I can turn on the sugarcane. No, don't get out of bed, Elfie. It's warm and comfy in bed. Stay in the bed. The bed is good. Bed is good. Stay in bed. Hey, Rainbow Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Dang it. Bad EMC. Bad EMC. We like bad EMC. Come here, you. Okay, so let's pop you down here properly and do this. And there we go. You can see that now it's got no problems at all keeping up with that that degree of speed. None of you have emeralds in you? No. Good. So it's now got no problems at all keeping up with the degree of speed that that's got. So what we can do is we can turn our sugarcane on. Nope, we can say output on red. And then we have sugarcane going in. And we can check, make sure that's keeping up with the sugarcane. Oh yeah, that's keeping up easily with the sugarcane. Excellent. In the meantime, we've got our chickens who are slowly producing a little bit of EMC, and we've also got our clay barrels, which are producing EMC. We could up the clay barrels, we could like double up the clay barrels, but we don't really need to. And there we go, we've got some Enderium ingots. Excellent. Now we should have a quest for Enderium ingots unless we've already handed them in. Enderium ingots. Yay! Let's see what we get from the loot bag. We got a Vibrant Crystal. That's actually really good because we can learn the Vibrant Crystal now. That's useful. And over here we've got 4 red matter ticking away, which is nice. Bed is good, but it's 9:30 AM. I should be up by now. I'm going to run through the shower. I'll be back in a bit soon. Okie dokie. So the other thing I want to look at is stones. I want to look at the I want to look at these stones. The body stone and the soul stone. So we need lapis and sugar, and lapis and glowstone. So 6 glowstone, 2 lapis, and 6 sugar, which we should have. 1 second, guys. That would be the door. Hey, Pi. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was a person who is apparently something to do with crime prevention. But it's to do with property, and we don't own the property, so nothing to do with us. So we can cook one of these up, and then we can go and get our... I don't have the sugar. Sugar! So 6 sugar as well, and this will allow us to get our body stone and our soul stone. So the body stone refuels hunger, the soul stone refuels life, and if you put them together you get a life stone which refuels both. And now we need a way to turn it on. So a Klein star is probably not a bad idea. I should have really replicated those, I suppose. So Klein star is an diamond and 8 analysis fuel, or 8 Mobius fuel. Shift off my plate. 8 of those and a diamond, and actually we can also grab a diamond mesh to hand that quest in. So we need to hand in the diamond mesh quest. And we're actually getting quite far through a lot of the quests now. Ooh, 64k storage parts. That's actually really nice because those are worth a lot of EMC. They are worth... Actually, no, they're only worth 100... Wow, they're worth a very small amount of EMC. I thought those were worth 100,000. Maybe that was a different game. So let's just duplicate this guy just in case we lose him. We can fill this one up. And by the way, that's how you fill Klein stars easily. You just throw a Klein star in there, and now we can activate this. And now that's activated, it will fill up our fuel, it'll fill up our food for us, and it will heal us. So if we take damage, so if I go and throw myself into a cactus, for instance, we are actually immune to taking damage. Thanks to that little trick there, that little kind of layer up. So, power-wise... generators we've got a whole array of. We've got the leaf-eating generator, the coal generator, the oil generator. We've got the peat fire generators, we've got the extra utilities generators. We've got the generators for Ender.io. We've got the generators from industrial foregoing. However, I think... Do we have RTGs? We don't appear to have RTGs at nuclear. But we had nuclear craft. Okay, well we don't have RTGs then. Fine. So as we don't have RTGs, generator-wise... What about solar? What solar do we have? We've got the immersive, the environmental tech solar. Those are pretty dang powerful. We've also got photovoltaic cells. Yep, I was guessing that we'd have environmental tech solars. We've got actually addition solar panels as well. Those produce a decent amount of electricity. Is all of environmental tech duplicatable? Can we duplicate? Yeah, we can duplicate the structure frames. So we could quite easily make a small solar panel from environmental tech. So what do we need? We need lapis lazuli and we need litherite. Litherite is cactus, lime, flint. Okay. There's an enderman die a while ago. Well, free ender pearls for you. Oh, I have lots of free stuff. I've got 4 drops of evil at the moment. I'm just doing this at the moment to see if there's anything that we want to actually copy. Basically, I'm going to throw all these things into the thing manually, just to see if there's anything that we haven't learnt yet from here. I think we've learnt everything except with the skeleton skulls. Like, that's the one thing we're missing, is with the skeleton skulls at the moment. And then we've got all of these loot bags that are currently opening and dumping their stuff into here. And we're actually still getting loot bags build up. So I should actually make some more loot bag openers. Bag openers. That's nag. Bag openers. Let's make like another 8. And then we need 16 conduits. Make 64 for now. Then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flux Networks lets you easily get the RF. Yeah, I'm aware of Flux Networks. I'm reasonably experienced with modded Minecraft. I was just basically messing around to see if I could break stuff earlier. And at the moment we have this just inserting as normal, so that's fine. So you're inserting, 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 and you're inserting. At the moment his name is just a polar bear. And then we're extracting on the brown channel. Name the polar bear cuddles? I could name the polar bear cuddles if you guys want. Do we want to name them? Do we want to name the polar bear cuddles? Let's grab a name tag from in here. And we're going to need some iron because I haven't made an anvil yet. So 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I ran into an issue with loot bags and conduits. Conduits can't extract fast enough to keep up with more than a handful of openers, I found. Yes and no. Like, these guys are... You can see, like, all of these guys are fine. What you need to do is you need to make sure you've got a trash out, and you also need to make sure that you've got a good place for them to go. I mean, the main thing I've got a problem with at the moment is that this thing can't keep up. But you can see how fast you can get EMC with that sort of thing available. So let's quickly go and learn the anvil. We can actually take this guy back to our crafting area now because we don't need it next to the mob farm. Extracting the bags, that is. Looks like this is keeping up reasonably well. And again, it's to do with the number of connections you have. So if you're having that problem, you just set down another connection. Also, I believe, if I look at the extraction up here, I believe I've actually not given it any speed upgrades. You can give them some pretty hefty speed upgrades if you need to. So let's teach you that. And then it was Cuddles the polar bear. Cuddles the polar bear. So there we go. We have Cuddles the polar bear named for Rosa. Who's a good polar bear? Who's a good polar bear? Do you want a pie? Have a pie. Now, I don't need to carry food around with me anymore because I have the body stone. And the body stone is being fed by the Klein star. So we haven't got any problems with getting that together. As to these things, we actually need to get raw fish. So we can make a fishing rod. We might even have made a fishing rod. We have. I just need to fish up a fish. Finish that quest. Generator-wise, flies after the Enderman that escaped. It's alright. It's because they can spawn on the upper area. Did I just give you to Cuddles to eat? Yes. Of course I gave you to Cuddles to eat. You're tasty. Actually, do you have an EMC? You don't have an EMC. That's fine. A name tag. And we can get ink sacs from that, which is really very good indeed. And Loot Crate gave us 4 diamonds. That's fine. Nothing special. Okay, so in the equipment, we have the diamond going up to dark, going up to flux, to wyvern, to quantum, and then to gem armor. That might not be a bad direction to head. We might not have a bad direction to head in that direction. What am I talking about? Bad direction to head in that direction. We also have the jetpacks that we need to make. But I do want to kind of rush straight to Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. However, environmental tech. Cactus. We need to make cactus green, which means we can smelt up one of these guys. These two here aren't important anymore. We've already got our plastic running, so that's fine. We can get rid of these two. And we're going to need to expand our platform for silly EMC generation. I'm thinking lava EMC, because lava does have a role to play in the EMC generation. So I was thinking maybe silly EMC via lava. That might be a good idea. We do have a second polar bear somewhere. Because we can get yellorium pretty easily. So we want to duplicate you. And then we want bone meal. And we want another cactus green. I wish it did what it used to do, which is if you put an item here, it would show it on this side. 4 of these and a single diamond. There we go. So we can make ourselves some litherite reasonably easily. Just lime dye, cactus green, flint, and a diamond. And that's EMCable, which is great because that's going to be needed quite often. So then we want to have a look at the structure blocks. Structure frames. Structure frames? I thought they were just called structure blocks. 2 litherite, an interconnect iron, and blue connectors. Form interconnect is just redstone and iron. Redstone and iron and black concrete. Hey, melon more melon. So, gravel, sand, ink, for black concrete, and then we need iron and redstone. So we can make connectors, and we can make black concrete. Pretty easily. Black concrete powder. Let's just dupe both of these so we've got them in the recipe book, and then make ourselves a black concrete and teach that to the recipe book. Four of these and one black concrete, and we can make ourselves a interconnect, and then we need 2 litherite, a lapis, and something else. What is the something else we need for the tier 1 structure frames? An iron ingot. There we go, so we have tier 1 structure frames done. Now the solar controller, tier 1 solar controller is 4 blocks of litherite, 4 blocks of lapis, and a solar cell, which is litherite, lapis and nether quartz, and redstone and interconnect. So, lapis, nether quartz, litherite, interconnect, redstone, iron. What else do we need? Project E makes environmental tech easy. Yes, Project E makes environmental tech extremely easy. Teach you that. And then we're going to do the basic cell, and we're going to teach you that, and then we're going to do the solar, so we're going to do litherite blocks, and lapis blocks, and we're going to do solar array tier 1. That, and that. There we go, we've taught those, and then we need to do the structure panels. Nope, that's the top layer thing. Structure panel is just iron bars, gold nuggets, and connector. So, connector. Hey, delicious, welcome to the stream. We don't have iron bars yet. Oh, we do have iron bars. 4 iron bars, and gold nuggets. We do have gold nuggets as well, 4 gold nuggets. Excellent, and then we can make ourselves a structure panel, and we can teach that as well. We also need the assembler, which is this guy, which is 2 obsidian and a litherite. Not hard. What I would love is if the transmutation table included its own crafting bench. That'd be a cool mod to add, like a way you could add a crafting bench to the transmutation table. So what do we need for a tier 1 solar array? We need 4 null cores, 16 structure frames, and 9 solar cells. So 16 of these guys. And 9 solar cells. And we don't need any structure panels, but we do need some null modifiers, which are iron, glass, and interconnect. So we've got interconnect, iron, and glass. And with those we can make structure panel. Nope, that's not structure panel. Null modifier. Null modifier. And teach it that, and then say null. And get 4 of these. And this will give us a basic solar panel. Enderman has indeed escaped prison. That's okay. I'm not particularly frightened of the Endermen that are escaping. It's because I have a 3 deep layer on the top. Which I should really sort out. I should really sort out the 3 deep layer on the top. There we go. Name tag the Enderman YOLO. 1 second. Dirt. Sword. Activate Operation Minecraft.exe. YOLO the Enderman. The reason we keep getting oop. Oh shiz. That's fine, I'm being healed slowly. The reason we keep getting Endermen teleporting around is this is technically 3 tall. This upper layer, and then they're falling into witch water. And oh god damn it. It's fine. These things happen. So if I make this too tall, we won't get Endermen spawning out there anymore. Oh, creeper, creeper, why did you have to explode? Hey, David Sully, is this a new series? Possibly. Okay, so we need, good, to destroy the actual machine. We need, some more vector plates. And we need some stone. And probably a builder's wand. And we also need some trapdoors. And a bucket. So we're going to need to make some more witch water, but that's fine. It's fine, as Gok would say. YOLO got ground to bits in the grinder. I'm sorry to say, but YOLO got consumed by the grinder. No! Poor YOLO. This is what happens when YOLO goes teleporting into places he shouldn't be. It's not my fault if YOLO teleports to places he shouldn't be. He said exactly that. YOLO! He YOLO'd the grinder, which was a big mistake. Never YOLO the grinder. Oops. That didn't go exactly how I wanted it to. They only cost a diamond, Pi. Pretty sure they have them in mass production as well. I'm pretty sure they have builders ones in mass production. No, they don't have builders ones in mass production. They have builders tools in mass production. If you want something like that in mass production, Pi, I can provide you with a builder's tool. With a builder's gadget. We have a couple of them at the base. Server, this isn't on a server, Lackeeds. I am not rich enough to own a server. Servers cost money. Droid has no money. That one might just solve our housing problem. True. Yes, but you can use it in any age, which is why I was offering to make you one. You don't have to be in age 3 to use a building tool. You just have to be in age 3 to make one. So I can make you one and just make you one. So let's grab that bucket of witch water. So, and now that we've made that too deep, we're not going to have any more escaping Endermen. And let's grab 2 of the drops of evil. Oh, there we go, with the skeleton skulls. That's much better. So now that we've got with the skeleton skulls, I'm pretty sure everything else in here is... Yeah, this can just get extracted. And that will empty this out into... oh, the Enderman head I'll take as well. That will empty this out into the... Can I make a sorting system? Essentially already have a sorting system. God dang it, people. Well, that was mildly frustrating. Do I have a gravestone? Yes, we have a gravestone. Oh, come on. Drop. Oh, that's coarse dirt. Oh, bugger. I used coarse dirt. Dang it. Well, that's annoying. Ooh, rude. That's why I didn't have that on my hotbar. You have to make sure you keep that on your hotbar, otherwise, yeah, you take damage. What the hell? Wait a second, how on earth did he insta-kill me? Creepers are not supposed to be able to insta-kill you. What? Wait, how did he insta-kill me? I am not best pleased by that. Yeah, he was right next to me, but even creepers right next to you, even in vanilla, if you are unarmed and standing next to a creeper that explodes, you don't die in vanilla. Even if you have full health, you don't die from a single creeper explosion. Those, by the way, are my first two deaths, by the way. Those are my only 2 deaths so far. I never wear any armor, but it shouldn't be a point dark steel. It shouldn't be a point blank explosion. Should be death. It shouldn't be that because so pulverized coal, obsidian, iron. I'm pretty sure I made dark steel previously. No. Coal, pulverized coal, obsidian, and iron. Maybe if you're not wearing it. Yeah, that's odd though. Which water equals charged creepers? True, he could have been a charged creeper, but I didn't see him being charged. It spawned from cursed earth, so it must have been stronger. Yeah, it could have been stronger because it was spawned from cursed earth. Second death doesn't count. Happened while retrieving gear from the first. Well, happened while repairing damage. I'd already gotten my gear back, but yeah. That's frustrating. So yeah, I'm going to turn this off extract again because I just lost all of my blinking cursed earth tears. Give me a feral flare lantern. Let's light up the inside of it so that I can go in there safely. Creepers can one-shot you in vanilla if you're close enough. I've never been one-shot by a creeper. In my entire life, I've never once been one-shot by a creeper. How are you doing? We need to upgrade that. We definitely need to upgrade that. I didn't really have many items on me, Pi. I had a pickaxe. I had a pickaxe, I had a lifestone. I had a Klein star. I had my quest book. That was pretty much it. Like, I had my Tears of Evil on it. I had lots of dirt. I also had my Tears of Evil, but yeah, this needs to be faster because we've got like 64 diamonds, 64. Yeah, we've got a few bits and pieces in there. That needs to be a little bit faster. We also have an Ender Sword with Empowered 4 on it. Like, yes, we'll take the Ender Sword with Empowered 4. We haven't made capacitors yet, so capacitors are grains of ender. So if we make a capacity bank, one of these basic capacity banks, which is very easy to make, we just need basic capacitors, which is gold nuggets and... is it gold nuggets and copper? Yeah, copper. We can make a basic capacity bank and... from there we can make ourselves charge up our Empowered 4 Ender, which will be nice. And we need redstone blocks, which we haven't learnt yet, so we'll make a couple of redstone blocks and learn redstone blocks. And then we need iron. He had lots of dirt too, but we don't talk about it. Oh dear. That sort of stuff happens sometimes. It's not a big deal. I would have liked to complete this entire pack without dying because I really should have been able to. And then we need to build a wired charger. The wired charger is just electrical steel around an industrial casing. I wish Mojang would introduce mods to mobile. They know people are into this stuff. Yes, that is something. People are into mods, but it's unlikely they're going to introduce much of mods to mobile. Just because of some of the costs involved and some of the sort of things they'd have to do to get mods working on mobile. Because getting mods working on mobile, they'd basically have to completely restructure how they did the coding, because the coding on mobile is very different to the coding on PC. The coding on mobile requires a lot more complexity in far of kind of like managing the use of resources and things that you have access to. Bedrock is what they're standardizing everything except Java Edition to. Yeah. It's one of the reasons, like, I don't like mobile, because mobile is just not a gamer's platform. Like, mobile is not a platform for gamers. In any way, shape or form, really. Imagine loading ATM3 on the... Oh, ATM3 loading on mobile would be an abject nightmare. Oh wow, I didn't actually lose much at all. I'm mildly shocked by that. Now, because we've got the Feral Flare Lantern, it's actually keeping this area lit up, so I don't have to worry about mobs right now. There shouldn't actually be any mob spawns because this area is well lit. I kind of have to clean this mess up. I kind of spammed them. I only have mobile. Yeah. Have you guys seen the Premiere thing on YouTube? What are your guys' thoughts on this new Premiere system on YouTube? This new thing where basically YouTubers can premiere their videos, which releases the video at a set time and then plays it at a set time. And then, having been released and played at a set time, it then becomes available normally. But while it's being played, it's kind of like on almost like a sort of predetermined thing. A predetermined kind of playlist or predetermined kind of play element to it. So, like, yeah, exactly like a television broadcast. Exactly like a television broadcast. And, like, it's something that kind of, like, my brain boggles at it for a very simple reason. Like, YouTubers used to get lambasted for that. Oh, Wither Skeleton Skulls don't have a EMC value. That is very interesting. Like YouTubers and streamers in general used to get absolutely lambasted for daring to do what was called pre-gen or pre-made broadcasting, where you were broadcasting stuff that was basically not like live, for broadcasting sort of pre-recorded stuff. Like streamers used to get absolutely lambasted for that, and now it's just a feature of YouTube. It's like, what? Since when did people not get pissed at this? Polish translation much? Oh dear, was the translation terrible, Pi? Right, so regular dirt instead of coarse dirt. Regular dirt, regular dirt, regular null, regular null, regular null, regular null. Now I'm hoping this area is still well lit enough that we're not going to get any spawns. I'm practicing guitar to the rhythm of your dirt placement. Oh dear. Hey, if you want a cool tune to practice guitar to, I should go stand next to my cactus farm. That has a cool kind of pulsing rhythm to it. So now we won't get any Enderman spawns up here at all, which is a good thing. Sort of. Instead of brothers make mistakes, the past translation is brothers die in accidents. Yeah, that's not the best of translations, I will admit. That feral flare lantern died quickly. You left one dirt. Left one dirt, did I? I left a dirt, damn it. Ah, well, that dirt's going to stay there as proof of my folly. Waste no dirt. I waste all the dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And condenser. And then we're going to make a condenser Mark 2. I forgot to duplicate my last condenser Mark 2. So let's duplicate this one. And then what we'll do is we will add you in with an insert on brown. And then we can give you a red matter. Come on, there we go. Because this guy is much faster at emptying himself. Much faster. Droid's a dirty boy, exactly. But aesthetics! Dude, I have a cactus farm. I don't need aesthetics. There we go. All of that is now funneling into there, and this guy can empty itself out. I don't know if we've learnt Vibrant Bimetal Gears yet, so we'll take those with us. Anything else we want to learn? Don't know if we've learnt Ash yet. We have learnt Vibrant Alloy. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we hadn't gotten a Vibrant Bimetal Gears yet, which is good. So we're up to 23 million. Has Mojang ever added mods to Minecraft? I mean, they had updates, but other than updating vanilla, have they ever made it so you can change the way it's played? Not really. Have you got the Arc Electrodes blueprint? I think so. No, I haven't. It's probably been destroyed already. Arc Furnace Electrodes blueprint. Haha! If I pull out an engineer's blueprint, what does it give me? It just gives me, like, just a blank engineer's blueprint. Interesting. That's, like, yeah, the MBT disappears, but I would have thought, like, you'd have been able to dupe that. So, let me see. Got a stack and a bit of emeralds from this. We've got a slight problem in that, like, this is getting stuck here. Banned for server lag. All of my stuff is laggy as bugger. That's kind of the point. Yeah. That isn't broken at all. Oh, it's way broken. It's way, way broken. Don't worry, there are ways to fix it. Wait, 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 wait. I can fix it, Pi. I can fix it. Wait. Then I need to break this one. Dang it. It got eaten. Yeah, it's got a nice kind of like... Because you can hear the cactus going fut, 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 fut in the background. And then you can also hear the... you can also hear the pistons just happily like pulsing away. Yep. So, yeah, this is a monstrosity, but it's meant to be. I'm going to enhance its monstrosityness. It's not the farm, it's the single empty snad block. Yeah, but the problem is the pipe is in the way, like this pipe here. That I had to put in because I was getting tons of sugarcane collecting at the bottom. So I had to have a suction thing at the bottom. But yeah, I know it's ugly. It's a monstrosity, but it's meant to be. Yes, exactly. Like I'm trying to be monstrous with my EMC generation, basically to take the piss out of gaming on caffeine, because gaming on the caffeine has a truly monstrous EMC generation machine in that he's just using a standard cobble gen to generate EMC. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? My superpower would be to cure illness with a touch. I would love to have the ability to cure people's illnesses with a touch. Ooh, see, that's much better. See, we've already got 3 more with the skeleton skulls. That's way, way better. Okay, so we need to find a way of transferring this power around, and someone did mention we have flux networks. And flux networks are very, very powerful. So we need flux blocks, which is flux and flux cores. Flux cores being flux and obsidian and ice vendor. all very, very simple. They even have EMC. So let's grab some redstone and a flint and steel. So there is our flux. And if we grab some obsidian and some eyes of ender, we should be able to make a flux core. And if we make some flux cores, we should be able to make a flux block. And then we can teach this and this in. Set of quests on the right of tech to get money at the same time. Ooh, is there? Do we have money for flux on the side of tech? Flux block, yep, $1. And then we have flux controller, flux plug, and gargantuan flux storage. Okay. So, flux. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. And we can go flux plug, flux point. We need redstone blocks. Flux point, flux controller, and then we need panes, which we have got in here. Does that mean this is, that does have an EMC, even though it's got panes involved in the recipe? Lovely. We can teach all of these to our table. And then if we grab the basic flux storage out, so, and then go into Herculean flux storage. And from Herculean flux storage we can make gargantuan flux storage. Very, very easy set of quests to do there. Controller, plug, point, gargantuan storage, which gave us 15 bucks for a very, very easy quest. Wait, what? I made a gargantuan flux storage, didn't I? Gargantuan flux storage. Gargantuan flux storage. If I would have teleportation abilities, I would be an amazing courier. Yes, yes you would. If you had teleportation abilities, you would indeed be an absolutely amazing courier. MBT issues. Fair enough. So, flux controller, we're going to pop down probably over here. And we're going to make a flux network. So, create new network. We're going to call it Xavian made me. No, come on, delete. Oh wow, you have to put, you can't hold delete in this. Great. We're going to call it Xavian made me do it. We're going to have 190 red, we're going to have 45 green, and we're going to have 200 blue. Now, a little bit too pink there. 240 blue. And we're going to drop this down to like 140. 150, 130, 110. There we go, that's a nice purple. Xavian made me do it. We're going to have the transfer limit disabled. We're going to have wireless charging enabled. And that will allow us to charge this guy. The flux point removing energy, and then flux plug for adding energy. We can just go bloink. Xavian made me do it. And then we can come over here and we can just add a flux plug to this guy for now. And we do need to make a bed so that we can sleep. Hot pink. No, not hot pink. Not wolf, wood. Ooh, let the droid out. Woof, 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 woof. Ooh, let the droid out. And then we can have a kip. It's a cross between the two. I found a skin I really liked. And because I'd found a skin I really liked, 549 FE. That's not terrible. So you're filling these guys up slowly. Wait, how much FE are you using? 40 a tick. So why aren't you filling up all the way? Like 540 FE per tick. Like that's the only thing we've got that's using power. This should be outputting power into this system. I used a skin and edited. Yep, correct. The skin I used was the Subnautica skin because my character uses very similar colours to the Subnautica colours. So the edit was pretty easy to do. How is that, if it's supposed to be using 40 a tick, how is that going through that much? There we go, that's better. There, now we're starting to slowly gather EMC. Lovely. What are you? Strange Dreams. That's the first time I've slept, hence why I got the Strange Dreams ability. Nice. So we've done the flux points. We could do big reactors, we could get into some bits and pieces, but the first thing I want to do, or the first thing I want to look at, is I want to look at an OR dictionary converter. Or the next thing I want to do is a dictionary converter. Particularly a fluid dictionary converter. So we need plastic, glass, simple machine casing, gear, and buckets. So plastic, glass, machine casing, gear, and buckets. And we can make ourselves a liquid or dictionary converter. And then I want to make us a barrel, which we need lots and lots of iron for. A drum, I should say. I like darker colours such as black, red, bold, and dark green. Yeah, darker colours can be nice. I have nothing specifically against dark colours. I am quite a light-coloured character, though. My droidy character is quite a light-coloured character. EMCU, EMCU. Throw everything back in that I'm not using. And I need a fluid conduit as well. I need an ender fluid conduit. Have I not duplicated my ender fluid conduits? 1 second. Conduit connector. Item conduit, ender fluid conduit. Don't think I duplicated these guys. Ender fluid conduits. There we go. Because one of the quests we have available to us is we have a quest for liquid XP. And at the moment we're not generating liquid XP, we're generating essence. But we can fix that. I did not mean to put my rum there. Pick. There we go. So now we're getting liquid experience being pumped into here, thanks to this thing grinding up mobs. that's not going to be a problem at all. That's going to produce plenty of liquid experience. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break our fluid conduit here. Wait, what? Pop you down on there. And then put the pressurized fluid conduit back here. And we're going to say insert. Damn it, I can't set a priority for the fluid conduit. I kind of want to set a priority to the fluid conduit, but I can't. That's interesting that you can't set priorities to fluid conduits. Do I have a favourite colour? Probably deep, quite a sort of like deep blue. So, let's have a look at Yellorium. We've got a decent amount of power coming. We now need to look at Yellorium. We're dusting sand through a diamond stiffened mesh. So, sieve. Because we don't have any Yellorium yet. And I want Yellorium to set up another stupid EMC generator. Like, we're generating ridiculous amounts of EMC. I don't need to set up any more EMC generators. Like, a lot of people talk about, like, setting up this or that EMC generator. Once you've set up this kind of EMC generator, you really don't need any more EMC generators. I'll have to take the pooch out. See you later. Okie dokie, Elfie. Thank you very much for popping into the stream. Much appreciated. Dang it, item conduit. I know where you came from. Quite close to marine blue, I think. But yeah, a nice, like, deep, dark blue. Because, yeah, this thing is generating, that's just generated 22 million EMC in the amount of time it's taken me to do anything. So we are sifting, is it dust or sand? It's dust. Which is odd, because normally Yellorium comes to you through sand. But looks like we're going to be sifting some dust today, but that's fine. Because I would like to get a Yellorium ingot completed. And then we can duplicate the Yellorium ingot off. And I believe, if I am right, the Yellorium ingot should... there's one piece. I think we've already got one piece already. But if I'm right, the Yellorium ingot should provide 25 times melting speed for our crucibles. And that will allow me to set up a lava into obsidian EMC generator. Which is going to be another of our, like, silly EMC generators. See, I don't really see the point of auto sifters, because what you need is you only really need one of anything, because literally everything you get from sifting you can EMC. So there's not really anything you need from sifting that you can't EMC the moment you get one of them. It's just low drop chance things like Yellorium that... if I look up a block of uranium, we can chisel it into all sorts of different uraniums, but not Yellorium. So where do we... We can't even make... We can make a Yellorium block. We need Yellorium ingots, for which we need a Yellorium block. Huh. Any magical crops in this bug? No, there aren't magical crops, but there are... make nukes. We can make an industrial craft nuke, although we can't make an industrial craft crucible. There are no times 0 rate. There are no crops, but there are chickens. Huh. Okay, so I can't actually get Yellorium. So what's the best thing for our Crucible then? You could try a Mega Torch. Must be bought with currency from the FTB quest book. Hey, Gerald the Rock. Welcome to the stream. So what's the end goal of this mod pack? Basically to complete all the quests. The end goal of the mod pack is just to fill out the quest book. There isn't really a proper end goal. Condense Mark 2 and Condenser. Those are 2 more quests we can do. Or at least in my mind, there isn't really a proper like end goal of this quest book. It's more designed to be a fun quest book than a serious one. Bones, rotten flesh, ender pearls, spider eyes. Actually, I could probably get that quicker than pulling it out of there just by pulling it out of here. Rotten flesh, bones, spider eyes, ender pearls. Is it tedious or skillful or both? It's kind of a mix of tedious and skillful. The skill in it is just kind of... The skill in it, I suppose, is making EMC at the beginning. But once you have a full-on powerful EMC generator, I don't think there's that much skill involved in this mod pack. Knowing the mods, certainly, like knowing the mods is part of it. But skill-wise, I wouldn't call it a hugely skilled mod pack. If you wanted to go like full on into like some of the quests are quite not dense quests but quite material heavy quests. If you wanted to go like full on into the automation side of things and the kind of production side of things, yeah, there's a little bit more skill involved there. But in reality, it's not a massively skilled mod pack because there's not a huge amount of like oops. /wand. Oops. Thank you. There's not a huge amount of disaster or sort of danger involved. Because you've got EMC, you've got a lot of sort of overpowered mods. It's not something that's going to be weighing on your mind heavily, shall we say, as to how you're going to get stuff in this mod pack. One of the reasons I started playing through this mod pack on YouTube was just to show off some of the sillier things you can do with EMC generation. Which is why I'm kind of disappointed that we don't have a good way of automating the crucibles. Because, like, what other things could we do with crucibles? What other things could we put under crucibles? And speaking of which, how much is a megatorch if we wanted to buy a megatorch? Megatorch is $100. Do we have $100? Yes, we do. We have 5 $20 bills. So this is probably not going to work, but let's grab a megatorch and a crucible and see what the megatorch gives us crucible-wise. We come all the way over here away from our mob farm and we go croup and croup. Times 0. Seriously? Is there nothing that gives me a good melting speed on my crucible? I'm kind of salty about that. I'm gonna like do it anyway, but oh, lava gives you a, but like lava gives you a 2 times melting speed, and like normally Yellorium will give you 25 and a megatorch will give you 30. So that's kind of what I would be looking for, sort of melting speed wise, but it's fine. It's fine. Because times 2 is all well and good, but like times 30 or something like that would just be a much better way of doing it, really. But it's okay. Nope. Place them on the right side of the pipes. Ah! Okay, so times 20 is plutonium, cyanite. So the problem is we can't actually get yellorium. Because yellorium... Like cyanite... Ah, refined uranium. Oh, okay. Thank you, Salnex. So... Times 20 is plutonium. Okay. That's much better. Thank you, Salnex. I completely forgot you could do that. Salnex correcting me and fixing all my terrible, terrible stuff. So sand, and not pulsating iron, uranium. And then we go refined uranium and sand for cyanite, which does have an EMC, I'm surprised. And cyanite for plutonium, which also has an EMC. And then we get another piece of plutonium. Salnex just wants to see me produce these weird, terrible EMC machines that are god-awful and should not exist. And then we need a condenser here. And you are going to insert on red, extract on green, and you guys are going to insert on green and extract on red. Who killed me? Who freaking killed me? Who freaking killed me? Cuddles didn't kill me. So that's all melting down lava. Excellent. Then we need fluid pipes. Cuddles. Get cuddles. Eat. Thank you. There are two cuddles. No, there's a cuddles and there's a polar bear. The second polar bear doesn't currently have a name. Can you give it a name? I could give it a name, yes. What name would you like the polar bear to have? Solaris. Solaris the polar bear. We can call it Solaris the polar bear. Need a pick anyway, so we came back for a pick, and we can grab a pick and a name tag. Now, the question is, how are we going to get a level? We need... Do we have any solarium? We have soul sand and we have gold, so we can make solarium. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some solarium, and I will name it... Solaris once we have access to a rod to draw experience. I need a mighty rod to draw experience. And yes, I am making monstrosities of devices. So that's the kind of base one, so that's the one that's producing materials. And considering we've got those, we should be producing a lot of those materials. So the next thing we want to do is set up a second condenser. We used up like 30 million EMC doing this. This machine will never produce us 30 million EMC, but we used up like 30 million EMC doing it. Insert red channel. I could switch all of these guys to round robin, but... Are you perpetually producing? We don't have enough lava coming through. Ah, that's the problem. We don't have enough lava coming through yet. We are producing obsidian slowly. We can ramp this system up reasonably easily. A bucket, Dexlicious. The very first thing you should focus on in this pack is getting yourself a bucket. production increase will pay off eventually. I don't really think so, because if we come over here to our loot bag powered one, we're already at 41 red matter, so there we go. There's another 19 million EMC. So yeah, we're not really, like, there's no real concern about EMC at the moment. You put the emerald in... so basically, the way condensers work... I'll take you through this system over here. Condensers take in any item that has an EMC value, and they convert that item into points. Those points then produce an item that you select it to produce. So for instance, at the moment, it's producing emeralds. If I give it a piece of solarium, it'll produce solarium for me instead. Emeralds are good to use because emeralds are worth quite a lot of EMC, but not as much as, say, red matter or something that might take a ridiculously long time to produce. So what we're doing here is we're turning water and dust into clay, which is worth 32 EMC a piece, dust being worth only 1. And then the clay is being thrown into these two, and it's split between the two. And when it's split between the two, we're going to have infinite dust. Whenever we run out of dust, a piece of clay goes into here and makes more dust for us. So these are producing, basically these are taking 32 points worth of dust and turning them into 32 times 32 points worth of clay. This is growing cactus, which doesn't cost anything, and turning that into dust, into EMC points, because cactus has an EMC value, and sugarcane. This is melting stone, which costs 1, and 4 bits of stone get turned into a single obsidian, and a single obsidian is worth 64. The alchemical chest is very useful, Dexalicious. Alchemical chests are the beginning of your condensers. If you combine an alchemical chest with 4 diamonds and 4 obsidian, you get a condenser. However, what you really want to start on is you really want to aim for that bucket, because the bucket allows you to get this table, and this table allows you to basically do any and all of the quests, any and all of the things that you need to do. Solarium, is that an ingot we need? No, it's not. I'm going to grab energized, and I'm going to make myself a experience rod. So we're going to teach the experience rod here, and solarium there. Why not make a huge cactus farm? Because it would kill this. It would kill my computer if I made a huge cactus farm. So there's 2 different ways of getting buckets. You can either go looking for buckets by luck, using glutes and things. Solaris. So you are Polar Bear. You are now Solaris. So we have Solaris and we have Cuddles, and hopefully they will be good friends. Lifestone. Make ourselves a lifestone, and we're going to grab another Klein star, fill that up with EMC, and we're going to turn our lifestone back on, and there we go. That fills up our food for us. Why not make a huge cactus farm? Because we, well, I don't know. I probably should make a huge cactus farm. And this guy appears to be full on liquid experience already. So we're just going to add a few more barrels there just to help him fill out his liquid experience. Because one of the quests we have access to is we have access to these quests for money. And one of the quests for money is liquid XP, which is a reinforced large drum full of liquid XP. Now, before we can do any of these quests, I believe we do need to... yeah, tasks make money to make money, required by these. So we need to give it $1,000 before we can actually start. Because you need to make obsidian, Dexalicious. You can get obsidian from loot bags, but you need to make obsidian, and the most reliable way to make obsidian is a stone barrel, a crucible, and lava. And to move lava about, you need... to move lava about, you need the bucket. How do you get money? You complete quests to get money. Quests lead to cash. Is there a store? That's what the last of the quest chain, the one that looks like $1 is. It is a store. Kleinster Ver. Kleinster Sphere. And then I believe we can make a Kleinster Omega. Yeah, Kleinster Omega. Now, which is the one the quest wants? Because there is a request for a Kleinster. Kleinster Omega. Little bit too expensive for me right now. Like as far as exploiting goes, like this sort of auto farm here is majorly exploitational. I mean, we're still getting far more stuff than we need. Wither skulls, enderman heads, drops of evil, everything else in there we have. So I'm gonna set this to extract again, and that'll suck everything out to be auto farmed. A wither farm is not a bad idea, actually. Like, a wither farm produces a lot of EMC, but at the moment, like, yeah, with 30 more red matter in the time we've been doing things, that's another 6 million EMC from that. I just produce... these farms here are just here just for my own amusement, basically. Just looking at the silly things I can do to make EMC. And it actually wants me to... Did I actually... get the body star? No, I didn't. So for the body star I need 2 red matter, and I think it's glowstone for the body star, and lapis. I believe that's the one for the body star, body stone. No, that's the soul stone, so I need sugar. As it wants me to have hand in one of these things. That's fine. Teach it to the table, and then we can hand it into our quest book, and that gets us another $10. So we're actually aiming to get $1,000 together so that we can unlock the repeatable quests. A red matter furnace is worth $50. Let's have what we need for a red matter furnace. The red matter furnace requires 3 red matter blocks and a dark matter furnace. The dark matter furnace requires a furnace surrounded by dark matter blocks. Nope, that's redstone, not red matter. And then we need a furnace. So this is going to be super easy. We just need to go... Too bad you can't EMC the money. Basically, to a certain extent, you can EMC the money, because you can literally just make stuff and then turn it in for cash later on. Although none of the stuff you make to turn in for cash can be EMC'd itself. Red matter furnace. I'm wondering if this is a turning quest. Doesn't consume the item. So that doesn't even consume the item. That was easy. That cost us nothing. The energy collectors. So the energy collector Mark 1. Let's have a look at the energy collector. Energy collector is block of terra steel and a red matter furnace and some hardened signalum glass. Okay, so the block of terra steel we need to get into either chicken breeding or Britannia for. Terra steel chicken is a prismarine chicken and an enderpearl chicken. So we probably should look at getting into the start of chickens. It does want us to get into Britannia here, which does get us a bit of money. The tech tree is also a good way to get money. The rainbow stone is worth $100, and then we've got octuple compressed cobblestone, ethereal glass, demonically gargantuan drum, dragon egg mill. I think I got given a dragon egg mill in a quest. I did. So I actually got that as a quest reward. So there's a free $10 without actually having to do any work, because I actually got that as loot. So let's have a look where we think we should go inroads wise. We could start with Britannia, we could start with chickens. I think we do have roost now. Yeah, we have roost now, which is far, far easier. So we can actually do the roost machine. So we've got the basic roosts, and then we've got the chicken breeder, which needs seeds. That's fine, we've got seeds in here. And then we've got, of course, the roost collector, which requires a chest, a hopper, and a chicken. And we also need our chicken catcher, which is an egg, a stick, and a feather. Feather, egg, and stick. And that can make us a chicken catcher. All of these have EMC values, so we're going to learn all of them nice and quick. Yes! The old school. Give me a chicken. You have an EMC value? You do not have an EMC value. Come to me, little chickies. What's this? This is a chicken stick. I need one more chicken for my chicken stick to consume. There you go. Come here, chicken. There we go. So we now have 16 chickens. And what we can do is we can set up a chicken breeder. We set up chicken breeding over here for now. So roost is a way of getting resources from your chickens. And to do that we need seeds. And then we're going to need to get a few of the basic chickens together to just feed into our breeding stock. So if we look at the different chickens we can get. Basic chicken, if we look at the use of the basic chicken in a breeder, that just gives us a chicken. But if we get an ink black chicken, which is created from an ink black chicken egg, which is only available from an ink black chicken egg, which is ink and an egg. So we grab ink and eggs, like so. We can make ink black chicken eggs, like so. And then we can use these to create an ink black chicken. And then our chicken stick will turn these into ink black chicken items. And these guys, if we use them in a item collector, in a chicken, in one of these things over here, they would give us ink. Hey, Thief King! We have a random chicken on the loose. We shall name him Sir Clux. Oh yes, we do have a random chicken on the loose. Sir Clux it is. I guarantee you Sir Clux is probably at some point going to get crushed by a piston. Chicken? Where did you go, chicken? There you are. Sir Clux! And these guys, if we use these guys in a roost, we'll get ink sacs. But what we can do is we can actually breed them. And we can breed them with themselves to make them better. But once we get them up to a high enough level, we can then breed them with other chickens to make other chickens. And that's kind of like the point of this, is the use of these ink black chickens. We can use these in a breeder with bone white chickens to make grey chickens, with log chickens to make string chickens, with nether quartz chickens to make black quartz chickens, etc. We must protect Sir Clux. Never! And some of those chickens are a little bit hard to get hold of. For instance, if we look up the log chicken, which is this guy, we need a log chicken egg, and there is no recipe for a log chicken egg. And we can't breed the log chickens. The only way to get hold of a log chicken egg is to go through this here. Oh, I have an assembler. We actually have a whole bunch of quests we can hand in over here, which give us money and loot crates, an alchemical chest. That's not bad at all. Down into there you go, and a little bit more money. And then what are these other quests it wants us to do? It wants us to do a structure frame and a void ore and a void resource miner. The structure frame's easy enough. That's another $5. They also spawn... Do log chickens spawn naturally? It will be interesting to see if I get any log chickens spawning then, because I do have quite a large area of grass platform. Admittedly, I also have a huge amount of just random stuff being made, or random things being filled in at the moment. So let's have a look at the miners. Miner. So it wants us to make a tier 1 resource miner and then tier 1 ore miner. For that we need redstone, glass, iron, glass, interconnect, litherite blocks, and diamond block. So if we look up block, we should be able to grab... Oh, we don't have a diamond block. Diamond blocks and litherite blocks. And then we need redstone, interconnect, glass, and iron. No, but you get an announcement in chat. If a named animal dies, does it give you a gravestone dedicated to that animal? No, no, no. So much EMC. Dude, this isn't a lot of EMC. This is a small amount of EMC. Like the last time I played this, the last time I played a pack like this, I was playing Sky Exchange back in 1.7, and yeah, you should have seen the amount of EMC you just churn out when you play Sky Exchange. Then you. That's the void ore miner. It then wants us to make a void resource miner, which just requires a piece of obsidian. However, shall we afford it? A void resource miner, which requires one of these guys, which does actually have an EMC, so I'm going to make a second one, and requires a lens as well. So let's get through to the clear lens. And these guys have an EMC, so I'll make one of those as well. So you and you. And a void resource miner pops out nice and easy. We can teach that to this. And to actually progress in this quest chain, we're going to actually need to lay down these guys and start sort of like working on their specific things. So let's have a look at the void ore miner, because that's the one we need. So that requires a laser core, a laser lens, a structure panel, and structure frame. So laser core, I believe, is pretty easy. We need some laser lens, we need some interconnect, some connect, some iron. Gonna need some litherite as well. And some glass. And then we're going to need structure panels, structure frames, and modifier cores. Null modifiers. There we go. So for the laser lens we actually want to have is the... I can't remember what it's called. It's this one. It's the crystal laser lens. Ah, that requires a rhodium. I thought we would be able to get away with... I thought we'd be able to get away with the other one, but we won't. Clear laser lens. There we go. What mods are in this pack? Tons. Break, please. There we go. Oh, hello, creeper. Where did you spawn? Well, I don't like you. Come on. Yep, there is. It's F7. I just thought I had dealt with that particular problem of lighting. Oh, it's up on here. It's the machines that I put up here. Right, let's get back to this. We're going to go do. I have no idea if F7 is even on anymore. I usually rely on feral flare lanterns, but you can't do that near your... Yeah, that's the ore miner. Good. So we need a chest. For now, chemical chest, because it's nice and big. And we need a flux point for removing flux from the network. And then we're just going to need to wait for that to do its work. We're probably going to need more power. Have you ever heard of fake lava? Not especially. Not really sure what fake lava is. Got fake iron. Not sure what fake lava is. Over in our breeder, we have a bunch of just normal chicken. Oh, do we not get 10-10-10 chickens in this? Oh, we don't get 10-10-10 chickens in this. That's interesting. So if we don't get 10-10-10 chickens in this, how quick do 16 chickens make stuff? That's actually pretty slow. So without the 10-10-10 chickens, we're probably actually better off just... Huh, I wonder what mod it is that adds 10-10-10 chickens then. Fake lava flows and spreads upside down. Okay, sounds weird. So in the magic tree, it wants me to start with a few different kinds of magic. It wants me to get started with pretty much every tech mod. Mob farm wise, it wants me to... I've got vector plates. So let's just accept the vector plate quest. There's another buck. Don't think I've lost any money by dying, because I usually put my money away. That gives us 500 bucks to make a draconic sword. That's nice. A red matter morning star gives us 200 bucks. So what does we require for a red morning star, actually? I don't think those are expensive. Red morning star. That requires us to have a red matter hammer, a red matter pickaxe, and a red matter shovel. So that requires us to get diamonds. So we need to make a pickaxe, a hammer, and a shovel. So dark matter and diamond. So then we go shovel, pick, and I think this is the hammer. How is the hammer built? Ah, we need to do that hammer. And then we need a bunch of red matter. And a little bit more dark matter. And then we can go red matter hammer, red matter pick, red matter shovel. Should probably be popping all of these in for it to learn. And then red matter morning star. And that gets us 200 bucks straight up. Nice and easy. Didn't consume the morning star and got us another few 64k parts. So this thing's actually a pretty vicious weapon. Probably something we should keep with us just in case we need to, you know, smash some heads at some point. Because this thing, I think, will one-shot most creatures. It will also, like, destroy the ground we're standing on if we're not careful. But that's a risk we have to take. Ingots-wise, we're missing Are we missing platinum? No, we've got platinum ingots. So ingots-wise, we've got platinum. That's fine. Other ingots, we need bronze, signalum, lumium. Signalum. I think we can make signalum in a alloy smelter. Signalum is alloy smelter. It's copper, silver, and redstone. Copper, silver, and redstone. Okie dokie, Reaper. Thank you very much for hanging out. Sounds like the red matter morning star is going to foreshadow everything fun later on. Oh, it's so true. It's so true. Money-wise, we've got, what, 250 bucks. We're not doing too badly money-wise. We haven't been turning in a lot of the sort of like higher level quests. Things like draconium for money. Some of the high-level foods. It wants us to do kitchen cooking for blockheads. Chickens, it does want us to get through to solid experience chicken. Requires a water egg and a lava egg. In storage, there's a whole bunch of stuff it wants us to do. In fact, we can do a lot of this if we just go to ingot. And we just grab gold, silver, iron, copper. And then we grab diamonds and obsidian and glass and a chest. So what we can do is we can go copper chest and then turn that quest in. Thanks for pushing me into the water, dude. Silver chest. And, we need an iron chest as well. Whoops. Chest. So we'll grab another chest and we'll make an iron chest. Iron chest. So that gives us the iron chest for $1 and the silver chest for $1. Then we need gold and diamond. Gold chest and diamond chest. Whoops, gold chest. So, and then we can go gold chest for $5 and diamond chest for $10, and then we have obsidian chest for $10, which is just our diamond chest surrounded by obsidian. Actually quite useful because it has obsidian protection from explosions. So if you're in a world where there is a risk of explosion reasonably regularly, it's actually not a bad idea. to go with obsidian chests. Alchemical chest. And that will get us 20 bucks. And then draconium chest. I don't think we've got any draconium. No, we don't have any draconium. Where do we get draconium from? Where's our basic draconium dust coming from? Sieving crushed endstone through an iron stiffened mesh. It's not actually that hard. All we need to do is get stone barrel, lava, and glowstone. And we can make ourselves some endstone nice and easy, which we can dupe and hammer. We can't dupe crushed endstone though. I'm probably going to lay down a decent amount of endstone, nice and quick, and then we're going to crush it up with a hammer. That'll give us access to draconium. What's the chances of draconium from crushed endstone? 4%. That's not too bad, actually. Like, going by, like, if we were statistically average, we'd get endstone within the first 25. High chance to a diamond stiffer mesh. Oh. So there is 8% chance. And we can also get it from doing crushed netherrack. But that's not necessary, really. There we go. Actually, this is a pretty decent way of making a profit. Because endstone is not expensive, and that produced me a lot of EMC. So, learn that. And then cook one up. What do we need for a draconic chest? Ah, we need to get into fusion crafting to make a draconium chest. Okay, okay. I get you. That's a little way away, but we now know draconium. What can we do with draconium? We can make engine fusers, we can make engine cores. We can of course make all the bits and pieces. We can make draconium cores. Those have an EMC, that's good. As do wyvern cores. So we can get draconium, gold, and diamond. Actually, I'm going to grab another draconium ingot because we can turn in draconium ingots for money. So, ingots, draconium. There's 10 bucks in the loot crate. That's not too bad. 10 bucks. The loot crate got us a draw controller, which is not terrible. And we're going to go and make ourselves a draconic core. Nice and easy. That gives us the recipe for draconic cores. Is that a quest? Does it want us to do draconic cores in... Is it? Ah, yeah, we've got draconium stuff here, but it's later on draconium stuff. Draconium infused obsidian. Draconic dust, obsidian, and blaze. I can do that. Blaze. Obsidian. And draconic dust. And then we can make ourselves a draconium infused obsidian. And that completes the first quest in here for 5 bucks. I'm just slowly completing quests now though. Just slowly kind of grinding quests away. Let's have a look, see what you have managed to pull up. You haven't actually pulled anything up at all. Why haven't you pulled anything up at all? Oh, because I was missing the laser core. Of course, I completely forgot about the laser core. That's my fault. That's not been functional because I forgot to build in a laser core. So 2 interconnect, 4 iron and 3 glass. I'm a twit. I'm a twit. I'm a great big twit. And then we make you a laser core. Now we're going to need a whole bunch of these later, so throw that on there. And then loop. There we go. That's now actually producing a laser into the void, yes? No? You should be producing a laser into the void. What are you missing? Ah, 2 laser cores. That would be why. Because it needs 2. That's why I am a derp. There we go. Now it's producing a laser into the void. Much better. So, storage-wise, we've got item barrels, we've got diamond chest transporter. Let's do a diamond chest transporter. Sticks. And I don't know why it asks you to make all these things, because you need very little storage in this game. Like, very, very little storage in this game. Yay, red alloy wires. So awesome. And other things, we've got the barrel hammer, the barrel painter, packing tape, trash cans. I think I've made a trash can. I have. We can turn in a trash can for that 25 cents in a loot crate. Every penny counts. Ooh, 2 diamond exchangers. Nice, they're worth 300,000 EMC each. Speaking of EMC, how much have we got in our storage box? We've got a stack of red matter now. So that is a full stack of red matter at 29 million EMC. And these guys are still keeping up by the looks of it. Yeah, this looks like it's keeping up still. Let's turn you off auto extract now and just let you build up things like drops of evil. I like that system I've set up because it's pretty much entirely self-sustaining. Mob farms, we've got golden spikes and diamond spikes it wants us to make. That's not too bad. Let's grab a bunch of gold, a bunch of diamonds, and some sticks. So we need to make gold swords. Actually, we'll make a 4th gold sword just so we can do the... Oops, that's a few too many diamond swords. That'll do. And then we need a gold block and a diamond block. Diamond spikes, then gold. Spikes, like so. And that completes us 2 more quests. For $3 and $5 respectively. Not like super high quests, but then super high reward, but then at the same time these are things you're going to want to make anyway. You're not really going to want to avoid making a mob farm. That would be silly. It would be very silly to avoid making a mob farm. We do have the mob crusher in here, I believe. No? Did I not EMC the mob crusher? Is the mob crusher not EMCable? The mob crusher is EMCable, I just didn't EMC it. Let's grab a pick quickly. Red matter pick will do. That worked. Hey, the human. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? There we go. That's another quest handed in. Only for another buck, but another buck is another buck. What do we need for fast vector plates? Fast vector plates require dark sugar, which requires wither dust and sugar. Wither dust and sugar. And vector plates. Now, personally, I don't see the whole point of these enhanced speed vector plates. Personally, yeah, they move things faster, but you're never really kind of desperate for mobs to be moved faster. And then we have extreme vector plates, which require a wither dust block. That should be easy enough. I believe it's only, yeah, like that. So then we can just go bloop, and that finishes off the vector plate quest with a 50. That was worth $50. I really don't think that was worth $50 personally, but okay, that was apparently worth $50. The Ender Hopper, the Ender Tether, the White Conveyor Belts, all pretty simple quests. The Ender Hopper and the Ender Tether are both worth quite a lot, actually. The Ender Hopper is an unstable Ender Pearl, which is just wither dust, and then we need obsidian in the hopper. That's not hard. Ender Pearl, wither dust, obsidian, and a hopper. And these are actually really very good vacuum hoppers. To be fair, these are very good vacuum hoppers. They pull through walls, they do all sorts of fancy things. I wonder. If I get another condenser, I wonder if it's better than those, how many of those vacuum hoppers it could replace. Just grab a basic energy condenser. And then put it down like here, with you on top. Actually, I don't think it's beating out any of them. I bet I didn't duplicate it as well, did I? I did, thank God for that. So, Ender Hopper worth another $50. How far are we along now? We're up to 450. So we're getting close to 1,000. Actually, to be honest, we've got another 100 in $5 and another $100 in $5, another 100. So we're up to 650. We're getting close to 1,000 and the ability to turn in basically anything we want. One thing I do want to do is make the reinforced drum, actually. Gold. And then diamond. We can make the reinforced drum because that's going to be for our turn-ins. We're going to be able to turn in reinforced drums worth of certain materials, specifically liquid EXP. So we'll duplicate you. You're 61,000 EMC to make. That's actually pretty dang cheap. Lots and lots of liquid XP being made, which is great, and we've got another 17 red matter already just sitting in there, and that can boost us up to 54 million EMC. Not a problem. Not a problem. So the Ender Tether is worth another $50, and it is an unstable Ender Pearl, 2 obsidian, and a redstone torch. That's super easy. And obsidian. So we can make ourselves an ender tether. That forces Enderman to teleport to a specific location. If we ever need that to happen, but we don't because we're just chomp killing them before they have a chance to teleport, so it doesn't really make a big difference. Over in tech trees, a lot of the stuff requires us to go through the tech. The fortune add-on, that's worth 25 bucks. What's the fortune add-on? Fortune add-on requires pink slime ingots. We're a little bit away from pink slime ingots as far as machinery goes. We can start working down the Botania, the Thorncraft, the blood magic roots. Anything in storage we could do really easily that's worth quite a bit of money. Dense ME cable. That's actually not too bad. Do we have Certus quartz? We have Certus quartz. So we can start that chain. Ooh. A bunch of ME storage drives which we can't do anything with. Okay, that's... I suppose that's quite a good quest to get those off, like just at the start of the ME chain. A charger. Requires us to have Fluix, and Fluix requires us to put charged Certus quartz in a... so an energetic infuser can charge it. So we need redstone, silver, redstone and gold. And machine casing, lead gears, copper gears. Okay, so tin. Wait, what? You don't have any, you don't have tin? I'm sure we have tin, like proper tin. Did I not actually make any tin? I didn't. I still have tin in here. Whoops, I didn't make tin. I've gone through this entire mod pack without tin up until this point. Well, that was a mistake. That was an error. We can turn in our first tin ingot into the ingot quests. Yeah, we've never had tin ingots. It's a surprise. The second one can go in here. So we need tin, glass, iron, lead, copper. My satisfaction. Hey Rosa, welcome to the stream and the SSD. Please try to carve yourself a little corner of the SSD all to yourself. Silver and gold. And then with all of these together with a bit of redstone, we should be able to make ourselves an energetic infuser. Which we can do... Here we go. Let's just look up. You followed. You clicked the follow button. At least I hope you clicked the follow button. Okay, so when you switched from watching in the... yeah, there we go. Yeah, you did. So I think probably what happened was it slightly delayed for you, so it didn't trigger the moment you clicked follow. Just because there is a delay between when the bot picks it up and like when you do it and when the bot picks it up. This is a quest. Heck, energetic infuser. Energetic infuser? Doesn't look like it's a quest. No. But yes, thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. To some people it may be a small thing, but to streamers it is actually quite a big thing to get people following and liking and enjoying the stream. Spider trophy. I just want to see if I can keep your stream in a minimized window on top while I do something else. Yes, yes you can. You can keep the stream in a minimized window. Redstone and nether quartz. And we need a sag mill back again because I need to sag up this nether quartz into nether quartz dust. Nice and quick. I'm only using the basic sag mill and alloy smelter at the moment because that's all we actually need. So redstone, charged surface quartz, and nether quartz dust. Gloop, gloop, gloop. It's crackling. Come on. Charged surface quartz only appears in, so, 1 second, fluix crystals. Fluix crystals. Charged surface quartz, nether quartz, and redstone dust. Oh, it's just raw nether quartz, not nether quartz dust. I see. Used to be nether quartz dust. So, at least in several mod packs I've played, it was nether quartz dust. There we go. I am Mum Dixie. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? So down in storage we can do charged surface quartz, and then we can make a charger. And we can do the charger quest. Not getting us a lot of money at the beginning here, but that's fine. And what else does it want us to do? It wants to make an inscriber and a crystal growth chamber. Well, the inscriber shouldn't be too hard. I believe that's just... it's sticky pistons, iron, and fluix. So... Fluix... Iron, and then we need sticky pistons. We've got pistons, and we should have slime in here as well. We do. So we can... Where on earth did you come from? There are no dark areas. Unless there's a dark area up on there, but that shouldn't be, because that should be caught in the range of our feral flare lantern. Like, there shouldn't be any dark areas in this area. It's all covered in feral flare lanterns. It's all completely covered with feral flare lanterns. Hey, Seiko! I'm just burning through quests to try see if I can unlock the repeatables at the moment. Just doing a whole bunch of quests. How are you doing today, Psycho? So the crystal growth chambers are actually interesting. Because the crystal growth chamber is made of crystal growth accelerators. Crystal growth accelerator is fluix blocks, ME cable, quartz glass. So quartz dust. Fluix. I think we should have everything we need there. So we need a fluix crystal block. That's not difficult. Actually make a second one for the machine. Some quartz glass, again, not massively difficult. And the ME cable requires quartz fiber cable, which isn't hard to make. And we can make a couple of sets of quartz cable, or a couple of sets of ME cable. And then we can make a crystal growth enhancer, and we can throw in all our extra things. Like the block, the quartz glass, the quartz fiber cable. Can't work out how to keep Twitch on top. How to keep Twitch on top. Or how... I'm not quite sure what you mean by keep Twitch on top. What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to make it so you can always hear me, or... Oh, can we not make the crystal growth chambers anymore? A vibration chamber. Is this the thing that... No, that's just the thing that absorbs energy. Huh. Curious. I'm surprised we can't make the chamber anymore. We will look further into applied energistics in a bit. Keep your live video on top while I tab out to, say, a browser or game. Just play while I watch at the same time. Ah, okay, so there's a couple of different ways you can do it. The easiest way to do it is if you're playing in a game that's got a smaller window, then basically like have a windowed game, and then have my basically on Twitch app, right click, pop out streamer, and then shrink me down and stick me in the corner so that when you switch over to the game, it's not covering it up. If you want to force it to be on top, you can force it to be on top through Windows commands. Basically, you can set a window to be top priority, and it will basically always show on top. I think you do that via... Where would you do that if it was a Twitch window? Because I know I'd normally do that through the command console. Curious. How do I make floral fertilizer? I bet it is the standard recipe. Yeah, dandelion and red. So, red... No, we need bone meal. Bone. There's yellow. Some more yellow. So, yellow we're fine for. I desire red. There we go. There's red. And then we can go red. Red. Floral fertilizer. Easy peasy. I like that it doesn't give you rewards for the very beginning quests. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of cheese, actually. Rather than... A lot of people, when they use floral fertilizer, do it on a big area of grass and they run around smashing up the grass and trying to sort of, like, getting things together and stuff. I'm just going to put 4 down over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Silver. Welcome to the stream. Blue, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And dirt. And you can be turned off, always abstract again. Just because I do want to see where the or where some of those things will go to in the end. Like, ooh, what some of the stuff we will find is. Dang it. Ooh, Ender Lily Seed. Are you dupable? Ah, dang it, Ender Lily Seed is not dupable. It's interesting that you can get Ender Lily Seeds out of grass, though. That's a surprise. I wouldn't have expected you'd be able to get Ender Lily Seeds out of grass. Petals have an EMC. Ah! Do they now? They do indeed. Thank you very much for the tip, Silver. Silver, have you seen all of my horrific creations so far? Because we have quite a few horrific creations. I'm still thinking of other horrific creations I can make. But we definitely have quite a few horrific creations. I love making horrific creations. I want to invite Ninja here just to upset Ninja, basically. Are you on the server? No, I'm not on the server, Silver. I wouldn't be doing this if I was on the server. Like this is not what I would do if I was on a server. So we've got our melon, we've got our chicken, we've got our clay, we've got our cactus and sugarcane, and then we've got our stone into lava into obsidian. Yeah, I would be banned if I was on server. So, okay, so I've got my real EMC generator. This is where my real EMC generation is coming from. We've got 2 layers of cursed earth. One is too high, so we don't get enderman spawning. Those push into witch water and fall down. Then we've got the bottom layer, which is 3 high, so we get enderman. This doesn't get affected by witch water. These all get chomped up. They produce items and loot bags. The loot bags are all getting opened. Not fast enough, though. And all of the loot bag items are getting poured into here, and so far we've generated several stacks of red matter. As you can see, I'm up to 79 million EMC so far. However, our kind of jokey ones. We've got our chicken farm, which is pumping into here, which is generating us emeralds. We've got our clay farm, which is also generating us emeralds. We've got sugarcane and cactus via snad, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vacuum hoppers to stop items building up in contact with things. Like, I needed to put in 6 different vacuum hoppers to stop items building up in the world. And then over here we have stone being produced in this in exchange for obsidian. That's flowing into here, turning into lava. Lava's being pushed into here, turning into obsidian. Obsidian is flowing into here, making us emeralds. And over here we just have melons who are growing and then being squished and then coming up here and making us emeralds. None of these things are efficient. None of these things are efficient in any way, shape or form. In fact, they're all quite the opposite of efficient. Ooh, draconium. Yeah, we've got a decent amount of bits and pieces. Again, that just makes... Oh, we can make Yellorium dust if we crush it in a crusher. That just makes refined uranium. Everything turns into refined uranium, dang it. So, stone. Do you have an EMC? You don't have an EMC. Much sad. Overclocked red matter block EMC. I haven't seen Celeste's overclocked red matter blocks EMC. What is Celeste's overclocked red matter block EMC? I assume it either makes red matter or it uses red matter. Check Discord in a second. I shall pop over to Discord in a second and check once you are finished demonstrating. And as expected, Living Rock doesn't have an EMC, but that's fine. So we can start down this quest chain. That's another $5. Lovely. we can grab some logs. Just oak logs will do. And doot doot. And then we can make some wood. Let's pop over to Discord and have a look at the horror that is the red matter block. Ah, I see. What you're doing is you are gathering tons of emerald chicken. So lots and lots of emerald chickens. And then using emerald chickens to condense or using condensers to turn the emeralds into... Oh, and she's got a temporal queen as well running. Yeah, like, this is the thing, is that's an efficient way of making red matter. Oh, that's an efficient way of making EMC. I'm not about making EMC efficiently. I'm about making EMC as inefficiently as I can. I'm all about making EMC terribly. Use... Mana spread requires a gold ingot. That's fine. I have the mob farm just so that I can actually complete quests. But in reality, like, this whole stream is about, like, seeing what absolutely god-awful monstrosities I can create. Not about doing it the right way. Doing it the right way is too easy. I was inspired by Gaming on Caffeine, who has spent the last 4 hours of his YouTube video series producing EMC via the expediency of a cobble generator. So he has a cobble generator, and that's where he's gotten the first like 5 or 6 hours of EMC worth from in his series. And that made me despair so much. I thought, you know what, screw it. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna see what other ways of terribleness. Acceleration wand and mechanical user. Yeah. There are many ways to cheese this system. I mean, there's so many mods in this mod pack. It's one of the things I prefer, that makes me prefer Sky Exchange, the original version of this in 1.7, is there were much fewer mods in it. So it was much more about sort of making specific things that worked. Brown, I think it's red and grey. Yeah, brown, red and grey. Pretty sure acceleration ones in mechanical users are disabled. They are in most most mod packs. But then this mod pack is all about breaking things, so... Mechanical users are in general. Yes, they are, because I was going to use mechanical users to... sieve, and you can't. What are we missing? Brown, grey, red. Quest, Ender Flame, done. That's another $5. Now I'm pretty sure Mana Steel does have an EMC, and I'm pretty sure I picked up some Mana Steel at some point. Yeah, Mana Steel. Easy thing to duplicate. Not a problem at all. We can do a Mana Steel block straight away. Now, what do we need for a Terra Steel agglomeration plate? That was why automated sieving 2 OP according to T-Fox. Automated sieving's not OP. Well, actually, no. With the way T-Fox has changed the drops from sieving, automated sieving is probably OP. Although, look at the mob farm. Like, So we need one of each of the runes, a block of... So yeah, we need one of each of the runes. That's where we're going to kind of get pulled up slightly on this. Because we need to make a runic altar. Yay, mana pearls have an EMC. Ooh, does that mean mana diamonds have an EMC as well? The EMC of a diamond is 8,192. What happens if we drop it in a mana pool? I don't have enough mana yet. I feel like there's already 1,000,000,001 things OP to be generating AC. Just seems odd to block that particular one. Yeah, it does seem a little bit peculiar to block a particular OP way of generating EMC. But that was his desire, so... Exactly the same. Only Elementum doesn't have EMC. Cool. Okay, so actually, if I grab a filter and I grab a chest, obsidian chest will do, and I go you here, and I want you to be inserting on brown, but I want you to be inserting with a filter, and I want you to be whitelisting black lotuses. Be inserting on brown with a filter, and I want you to be doing it at the highest priority in the group. So now black lotuses that we get from these bags should get pumped into here, which will be a nice source of additional mana. Runic altar. I don't think runic altar is part of it. No, it just asks us to kind of skip straight through. Block something because OP has Project E. Yeah, a little bit kind of back to front there, but to a certain extent I can kind of understand it. No, I can't do a mana spreader, so petal and gold. I can kind of understand it to a certain extent in that he wanted people to look beyond the very, very basic sifting. Because, like, if you had auto-sifting that early, mechanical users, and just basically auto-sifting in general, I'm pretty sure most people would just build massive auto-sifting arrays and leave it at that. Very few people would go beyond to make the weird EMC generation. I mean, mob farms, yeah, everyone's going to end up with a mob farm because the mob farms are just ridiculous. The mob farms are just ridiculous EMC generation with loot bags in. Like, you've got Project E and you've got loot bags in the pack. Loot bags can drop. There we go. We've up to 6 black lotuses now. Loot bags can drop things like enchanted golden apples that are worth 150 EMC. I don't think balance is really something he should have been concerned about, but I can see why. I can understand why and where he was coming from. I can understand where he was coming from. So the next one is the terrasteel agglomeration plate. That requires us to have one of every rune. So the mana rune is probably the easiest to do. That's just 5 mana, 5 mana steel and a mana pearl. Mana pearl and mana steel. Sure, I saw a message come up in chat then. Cuddles fell out of the world. No, Cuddles. Cuddles fell out of the world. It does make decisions really stand out when there's a specific decision that doesn't seem to make sense immediately. But it also just one of those things. It's weird. This map they have in this mod pack is weird as sin. You can see the lines of mana being transmitted. That's just freaky. Like, being able to see lines of mana being transmitted is just freaky deep. So drop pop candy. So we've got the mana. We then need a water rune, which is mana steel, mana powder, bone meal, sugar, and a fishing rod. Bone meal. Sugar. We'll grab 2 sugar. Sugar cane. Fishing rod. Mana steel. And we need to make a cough, IC2 cough. Yeah. Guess for the most part, decisions stand out. IC2 is always going to be a sticking point for a lot of people, just because of the old school IC2. Like modern IC2 isn't that bad, but just because of old school IC2, a lot of people immediately flinch away from anything that has IC2 in it, in the slightest bit. So while you're doing that, I'm going to go and check for a few more of these. We're up to 20 black. Like that in and of itself, just doing that has made Britannia so much easier. I like that it was included, but surely configure UUMAP to do stuff or add EMC values like any of it. Yeah. I think it does seem like it was added last minute, shall we say. Fire rune is nether brick, gunpowder, and nether wart. None of which we have. Oh. Soul sand thiv to a string mesh to get nether wart. I am surprised. Strongly surprised. And we don't have netherrack either. So lava and redstone. So teach you netherrack and then teach you nether brick. And over here we can pop some of these guys out. No, I don't want diamond meshes. I want string meshes. Nope, that's a diamond mesh. Stop giving me diamond meshes. Similarly, immersive engineering, though at least some of it has EMC, but not single for it. See, I think the point of not including EMC in a lot of or in some of the mods, the point of not including EMC in everything was to actually make you do some of the mods. Like, I think part of the point behind this mod pack was to actually, like, encourage people to do some of the mods. Not just kind of look at them and go, oh, that's a pretty mod, but actually to do some of the stuff involved in the mods. So we need nether wart, nether brick, gunpowder. Definitely have learnt gunpowder in the past. So we will pop over here and give you this recipe. And while you are doing that, we're going to go and grab our black lotuses that should have accumulated by now. Another 15 black lotuses for the pot. I don't know why I keep leaving a black lotus in there, but... So there's the fire rune. We then need the earth rune, which is obsidian, stone, and a mushroom. I don't think we've taught the table mushrooms, but we do have mushrooms in the back here. So we can teach the table mushrooms. So you stone, and obsidian. And then the last one is, I believe, carpet, feather, and... was it? It's carpet, feather, and string, I believe. No. Earth. Mana steel powder. Obsidian. Oh no, that's not obsidian, that's a block of coal. Oops. I'll be back with your block of coal. I thought that was obsidian. I'm going blind in my old age. Block of coal. But yeah, it's a little bit kind of... there are some odd decisions, but at the same time, you can't ever really know what a mod pack maker was thinking when he made the mod pack. I mean, 9 times out of 10, even the mod pack creator doesn't know what he was thinking when he made a mod pack. Feather. String. And then we need 2 wool to make carpet. See, wool. Wool has a 53. Wool has a 53. Like, we could do something with that. Wait, carpet has... yeah, that's not like far off being right. I was just thinking then, wondering like, wait a second, is carpet worth a hell of a lot more than? But it's not. It's not worth a hell of a lot more. It's worth a little bit more. So there's that one. And bloop. Nope, missed. Bloop and bloop. There we go, we've got 1 of each, and now we can make ourselves a terrasteel agglomeration plate using lapis blocks and blocks of mana steel. So, mana steel block, and then 3 lapis lazuli blocks, and that should make us a terrasteel agglomeration plate, if I am correct. Boom! Terrasteel agglomeration plate. And that's another $10. As we push our way down these quests. Blocks of a block of terrasteel. Does terrasteel have a EMC? Yes, terrasteel has an EMC. So actually all we need to do is make a single terrasteel. Pretty sure that's correct. And then we need 1 mana steel, 1 mana diamond, and 1 mana pearl. And we also need to make some sparks. So that this spark. So mana is actually worth nothing in this game. So we need two petals, 2 blaze, and a gold. So we need 2 of you. 4 of you, and some petals. I'm going to use white because white is a nice pure colour. I actually have any particular reason behind doing it, and we actually do have the ability to dupe these, so that's good. One for you and 1 for you, and then we can go 1, 2, 3. Dang it, missed. There we go. And there should be more than enough mana in here because of all of the Blackaloses we've tossed in there, but we will just double check. We've got another 26 Blackaloses we can throw in Or 26 black lotuses, not blacker lotuses. No! No! Why? I was short on mana. Dang it. There we go. So you can learn and then buy a stack of those. I know it takes exactly half a pool, but I was pretty sure I had more than half a pool. I was pretty sure I had more than half a pool. Yeah, I know it takes half a pool. And then it wants me to make a Kekimurus. Kekimurus requires pixie dust, which we need to build the Portal of Alfheim for. I must have been extremely, extremely close, because it did not take much. It did not take much to tip me over, did it? Kekistan. Welcome to Kekistan. I am Boret. Oh, weird human being that I am. So, the Kekimura requires us to build the Alfheim portal, which requires us to get more of this stuff cooked up. Have some wood. Not that I need to generate mana with the with the loot bag opener running, but well. I'm not going to go into bees because I despise bees, and yes, I know there are temporal bees. I know there are temporal bees. Probably make a Yarhammer reasonably comfortably. We need bone, string, and string, rotten flesh. Bone. We have Wither Skeleton Skulls that we don't want destroyed, Drops of Evil, anything else in there that seems like we don't want to destroy it? I mean, I suppose we could grab the Patient Bag and see if we get lucky. Not the bees next pack. No, no, no. No bees. No bees. I'm also not a big fan of Woot in general. So we put down a bag opener here, an item conduit on top, we set extract and insert, we set this to always active, and we set self-feed on. And then we put you in here, it'll open it, feed it back around, and then it'll just keep doing it by itself. Don't need to do anything else with that. So, Yarhammer, and then Stygian Iron Ore. And that requires us to make this... I still think it's blinking ugly, personally. So, Netherrack, Iron Ore, and Soul Sand. Soul Sand, Netherrack, and Iron Ore. There's a Stygian Ore for the quest. And then Stygian Iron, which we just smelt up the Stygian Ore to do. Wait, what? Oh, did it use up my Stygian Ore? Oh, scum. It's not pretty, at least now it looks like it's had some effort put into it. Yeah. Maybe. Genuinely, I think Woot is one of the ugliest multi-blocks I have ever... Ugliest and least, like, effective multi-blocks I've ever seen. I really do think Woot is just a terrible multi-block design. We want glowing living. Yeah, the actual like design of Woot, the multi-block structure that you build with Woot. Have you seen the old Woot multi-blocks? Yeah, I've seen the old Woot multi-blocks. Don't get me wrong, the old Woot multi-blocks were ugly as feck as well. And then we need portal core. No. Core. The Elven Gateway core. Yeah, that's the one. That. And then we need to put down the Elven Gateway, which is down here for now. You. I wish Root was freeform shaped multi-block like advanced generators. Yeah. I'm not. Let's put it like this. I understand that the Bees mod has a lot of respect. I understand Electrophene has made a mod pack around the Bees mod. I understand the purpose behind the Bees mod. I personally find the Bees mod to be a ridiculous amount of standing there and AFKing and waiting for shit. Even with Gendustry, I find the Bees mod to be a tedious pain in my arse. And I would rather not play the Bees mod. What are they called? What are these things? Sparks. I can keep streaming Bees, although RimWorld is climbing fast up on my addiction list. RimWorld is really good. I've really enjoyed RimWorld. If you like RimWorld, have you ever played like some of the slightly more... Forestry in general is like tedious grind for small wood. Exactly, Salnex. Like, I understand some people got really obsessed with wood, but have you ever played... Rosa, have you ever played... oh, I can't remember what it's called now. It was very RimWorldy when I played it. Prison Architect. Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress. Oh, the old school text-based Dwarf Fortress. That was very RimWorldy. Wait, where did my chest for... Oh, there's my obsidian chest. 51 Black Lotuses. Started with Dwarf Fortress. Nah, mate, Wimworld is Dwarf Fortress. Yes, you have a fair point, Rosa. Dwarf Fortress did come first. Which I hear caused all sorts of arguments in their marital bed. Nope. I didn't just make a sex joke about video games. Nope. Definitely didn't. Definitely didn't. There's another dollar. And it took my... Oh, all of these are blinking set to consumes. I hate it when they have, like, just... Oh, the set... Like, because the set... I wouldn't mind it if everything was set to consume. But it seems to be, like, certain little bits are set to consume. Like, the ingots. The ingots are set to be consumed. But why? Why do you consume my one ingot? That is there just as a troll. That... Setting the ingots to be consumed is there just as a troll, because when you make one ingot and it's consumed and you've forgotten to dupe it, like, that is literally just there as a troll. And Stygian ore does not have a EMC value. I am a little bit shocked by that. So I need to make a whole bunch of Stygian ore. And there's no way to double it, so it is just a case of making a whole bunch of Stygian ore. I came over here to get my wand. Thank you. Whoa, do not vein mine with this tool. Never ever vein mine with this tool. Hey, Patchelby, welcome to the stream. Yeah, 1.1.0, the test beta, is where you're going to get the chicken roost. I'm not actually using it because I don't need it. Like, I'm generating more than enough. I'm generating more EMC than I can currently use, just from my mob farm. So, yeah, I'm 116 million EMC. I don't really need more EMC. Patchelby. It's quite funny that you are looking for the name of a patch when your name is Patchelby. Hey, Silver Hunter, welcome back to the stream. Okie dokie, Salnex. I think I'm probably going to call the stream in a little bit anyway. But yeah, I've been having a little bit of fun just messing around and completing some quests. Money-wise, let's check our position money-wise, because we need $1,000 to... because we need $1,000 to get up to the ability to hand in things for money. So we're up to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 650. 650 so far. So that is $700. $700 so far. A new version kills also the loot bag recycler. What do you mean the new version kills the loot bag recycler? Oh, the loot bag recycler. Why would you be recycling loot? Why would you be using the loot recycler? This guy. Why on earth would you be using this? So money-wise, when we look at kind of like high money quests, we're probably looking at I'm wondering where we could go to get some decent money. Like some of the metal quests, dark iron, redstone alloy, etc., $5 a piece. Awakened draconium is $100, but I don't think we're going to get that one. Plutonium is $10. Oh, we have plutonium. We can just hand in a block ingot of plutonium for 10 quid. That's fine. So it is nerfed much now. This is the newest patch, dude. Like, this is the patch that I am, like... this is the most recent patch available for this mod pack. So I'm not sure what you mean by a more recent patch nerfs the loot bag openers. This is the most recent patch available. Have you auto 10? Chickens don't seem to have 10, 10, 10 in this. Like, I haven't been able to see chickens upgrading to 10, 10, 10. Hey, Ice. I'm not an idiot and you're a douchebag, so you can leave my channel now. Bye-bye. The breeder. See? Look. Chickens. Chickens. When they breed, they won't have stats. So many black lotuses. We're able to open a portal to Alfheim in no time. Base chickens do not have stats. Neither did the ink chickens, although I suppose the ink chickens might be classified as base chickens. To be honest, I've never actually done chicken the roost mod from the very, very beginning. I'm saving up to unlock this first, because I need $1,000, rather than immediately sort of buying the log chickens. View profile versions. Oh no, 1.2.0 is actually... How does it nerf the loot bag openers? Swiftroll Friendingale isn't consumed anymore and NPT isn't ignored. Increase the EMC of magma blocks. Adds building gadgets. Removes base. Shadow MC. Juices remaining removed. Akashic Tome. What? All it does is make it so that you have to craft them. Oh, removed the loot bag recycler and opener. Oh wow, it's actually just complete. He's actually just completely removed them. So wait a second. If he's removed the loot bag opener, how on earth are you supposed to open your loot bags? I mean, let's just try something for a second. Okay, you can still do that. Okay, so actually that's not going to be that much of a that's not going to be that much of a problem. Because that's pretty quick. I mean, it's going to be slightly frustrating that it's but that's just, see, that to me doesn't make any sense from a mod pack standpoint. Because why bother having loot bags? Because you're never going to be able to open as many loot bags as you get from a mob farm. And there's no point opening high-level loot bags, because high-level loot bags... yeah, the mechanical user's been disabled. There's no mechanical user. Coins are gone? So basically, the next patch completely changes everything about the mod pack. See, I don't like that he goes and changes literally everything about the mod pack. Like, what is the point of having loot bags in it? What's the point of having loot bags in the mod pack if he's not going to provide you with a way of opening them other than manually? No mechanical user, no loot bag opener. What's the point of having... Like, he might as well have just removed the loot bags from the mod pack entirely, because there's no point in having them there. You might get lucky. You might get lucky and get obsidian in one of your early loot bags. That's it. That's the only reason to have loot bags there, is you might get lucky and get obsidian in one of your early loot bags. Come on, creeper. That's just ridiculous in my mind. That's just a waste of everyone's time. Hey. I don't understand that myself. Dang it, not quite enough mana, I don't think. Pretty sure these are in the right position. You can't really get rich with compressed cobble. Because compressed cobble, like... This is one of the things I've railed at people for. Like, cobble generators aren't that fast a way of generating EMC. Unless you get the creative cobble gen from the... Unless you get the creative cobble gen reward. Like, there's no... Yeah, that just basically makes me... Like, the fact that they've removed a lot of... Adding Roost was already a pretty major change. But then to leave in the loot bags quest, to leave in the loot bags mod. The loot bags mod, which is now just basically going to be generating a bunch of stuff that you don't want. A bunch of stuff that you're going to have trouble dealing with. What do you mean by EMC is high in my version? I don't understand what you mean by EMC is high in my version. Do you mean that compressed cobble has a lower EMC than the amount of cobblestone used to make it, in which case you're basically reverse uncrafting compressed cobble? Because that's barking. If that's the case. Compressed cobble, a lot of EMC values are nerfed. See, I don't like the idea of using cobble generation or even using reverse crafting of compressed cobble to make EMC. Like, to me, that just seems like it's completely backward and pointless. I know there is a compressed cobble quest somewhere around here. Where are you, compressed couple? Octuple compressed cobble. That's fine. Quintuple. Check Discord. Oh, the EMC values for environmental tech crystals. See, I don't really mind the EMC values for environmental because in Modern Skyblock 3 the environmental tech crystals didn't have a value. I just set up for I just set up a whole bunch of that's not a heavy nerf of environmental tech. Like, that's not actually that bad. But yeah, I think to completely change some of the major things in the mod pack, like I'm gonna harp on about it. Why not? If you're gonna remove all of these machines, why not just remove loot bags? Why not just remove the loot bags in their entirety? Because there's no point having the loot bags in here if you're going to have none of the loot bag machines. And I think that's probably going to be one of the major sticking points for me with this mod pack, is that he's done that. See, I don't mind about the Starfield generator repeatable quest being removed. A lot of that stuff is minor. Have I put these in the wrong place? I've probably put these in the wrong place, haven't I? Alphamancy, the portal to Alfheim. I need the Natura pylons. Of course I need the Natura pylons. Thank you very much. I knew I was doing something wrong. I need gold and terrasteel. And then I need to make pylons. I need mana steel and mana diamonds. And I need to do this, and I need some Eyes of Ender. Then we go 1, 2, and 1, 2. I'm all shook. I'm all shook because of the removal of things. I mean, you can also always force it not to update, dude. That's the other thing. You can always force it not to update. You play on true. You could always beg Electro not to update. I'm still on the basics. I've only got a platform for mobs to spawn on. That's fair, dude. That's fair. Waiting for the bones! Waiting for the bones! Salnex hosts Sky Adventures. Okay, beg Salnex then. You could always beg Salnex to not update. I mean, Salnex won't listen to you, but you can always beg. Just don't kneel too low down. Rune of Gluttony requires a Rune of Fire, Rune of Winter, and the Rune of Winter requires Earth, Water, Cake, White Wool, Snow, and Snow. So let's have a look how many people we've got with us, and let's see if we... yeah, we've got 8 viewers. I tell you what, I'm probably going to call it here, because there's a few things that, like, well, first off, I'm slightly miffed about the update, but there are a few things that I've got to look into, like where I want to go next, and we're not going to get to $1,000 before the end of the stream. So what I will do is, if the BSO Live actually loads, there we go, I think we will go and we will do a little raid if you would be willing to do so. I would greatly appreciate it if you would join us in a little raid. Now I'm going to pick someone on the smaller side for BSO 7. I don't know this person off by heart. I don't know this person personally. I am just going to pick a person off the BSO 7 live website and we're going to go and give them a little prod. Someone who's got very few viewers, because it's nice to give someone a little bit of a viewership. So why don't we watch someone who is playing a little bit of Minecraft and only has one other person watching them at the moment. DTS 51. So, as I've said before, I can't guarantee the quality or if this person is polite or pleasant or anything, but let's do a little bit of a raid. Morning, Rencha. I'm afraid you just hit us in time for a raid. But thank you very much for popping into the stream. I will be streaming again later on, Rencha. We are going to be streaming this, going to be raiding this guy over on Twitch if you would like to join us. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. I have been the GamingDroid. Thank you very much for joining the raid, and I will see you all in another stream. Bye-bye.